Hey guys, welcome back to another Ref podcast. Today we're here with the Fernandez family. We have Carlos, their father, Kaiki, Gabriel, Gustavo, and Leo. You guys, what's up?
What's up, guys?
How we doing?
Going on?
Thanks for coming on, first of all. All right, so a quick run through of what everybody is. So Carlos played in Brazil for many different teams in Sao Paulo for around 10 years. Leo, being the oldest, plays for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. I think, Angelo, you can, keep going with that one because you're the Tampa Bay Rowdies fan, right, Ange? Along with the fake Chelsea fan.
I'm not a fake Chelsea fan.
Yeah, you are.
Nah. All right. So Leo went to Stony Brook University and he went on to play with the Philadelphia Union, the New York Cosmos, and now he plays for Tampa. Kaiki spent his first 2 years playing for Iowa Western Community College and then on to Wright State College. Gustavo went to Stony Brook University and now plays for Forward Madison in the USL League One. And Gabriel, currently a senior at Stony Brook University, where he is a defender on the team. All right, and Frankie.
As you can tell, Angelo researched for about 6 hours today. All right, now that's out of the way, we're going to get into some questions. So, for the first one, this is for all you guys. What was your experiences like growing up in a soccer family?
Leo, you want to start us
I'll
off?
go first.
Youngest first.
Leo, start us off.
I can go first. I say we were very lucky, I mean, you guys know how much soccer means to you. I feel like it's the best sport in the world. Growing up, watching my dad play professional, it was a blessing, and he showed that love for us. And I think growing up, we enjoyed playing every single day. We still enjoy playing every day. It's a blessing to be able to play a sport for a living now, but just every day, just being able to watch the game and just enjoy it with everyone, kids, family, just anyone that enjoys the game it's a blessing.
So being a soccer family, I think the best thing for us, or the thing I remember the most, is the support that we get from each other. We would always go to, if Leo's playing, we'll go to Leo's game. If I'm playing, they'll go to my game. And same with Gabriel and Gustavo. And that support of the soccer family brought us a long way, I would say. That's having that support. What you think, BB?
Yeah, definitely. Just to piggyback off Kaiki, just the bond that we established together, and we created just through playing soccer. We always wanted to see each other have a successful life and career. So just by playing soccer, it definitely helped us want each other to have the best careers and futures for all of us. So being a soccer family was definitely like a huge benefit for all of us.
We went to everyone's game except for Gustavo's, though.
We didn't like Goop.
Yeah.
I mean, for me at least, being a soccer family, when I was growing up, like around the same age as you guys, it was fun. Me and Kaiki would always verse Leo and BB in 2v2. And if we would lose, we would get upset. We'd be like, okay, let's do it again. If we would win, they would get upset. Let's do it again. And from there on, and it just became something that we enjoyed to do every day of our lives. So, it came from that. It came from our dad. It came from our mom. So it was very fun, for sure.
All right. So this one is for all of you guys. What professional teams do you follow?
I follow AC Milan. That's my team.
You won't get along too well anymore.
I know who you follow. Don't worry.
The team I follow to this day is probably Santos FC still in Brazil. Yeah, and then people always ask me if I'm following like a European team and all that. I would never had a European team that I follow just because I'll watch all these Brazilian leagues with my dad every day in Santos. And also, I was always a fan of where Leo went. If Leo went to Cosmos, I was a big Cosmos fan. When Leo went to Philly, I was a huge Philly fan. So basically, it was Santos and where Leo would go. That was my team.
Yeah, I'm definitely a huge Real Madrid fan, not because of Cristiano Ronaldo, but before that, the other Ronaldo that was there, I was a big fan of him back in the day, so I just kept going with Real Madrid through the ups and downs. But yeah, Madrid is my team.
I'm not going to say much, but I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah, PSG.
PSG.
Jason was here, he would say
PSG.
Farmers League Club.
Yeah.
And-
Nah,
yeah,
stop it.
yeah.
Stop it. Come
He's
on.
been a big fan for a
Our
few
two
years
partners,
I've been
Nicholas.
a big fan for a couple of years.
Yeah, Leo, since the beginning.
since Neymar got there.
And my dad. What about
Yeah.
the team you follow?
Yep.
Okay, can I answer that? I'm gonna answer that.
Yeah.
I used to be a big fan of Corinthians, a team from Brazil. They won. They beat Chelsea on the World Cup clubs in 2012.
Huh?
I used to be a big fan of them, but one of the worst experience that I had in my life that was when I play against them. Worst. That was the worst. The other players, they were so mean. We are in the first division, but we're a small team and they're a big team. So they go up, play against us, and they make jokes about us. You know, we're so far away from São Paulo City. You guys suck. All these things, and I say after that day, I hate Corinthians. So my best team is I cheer for Madison.
Hey,
Don't forget about any professional team besides those teams.
Yeah. Just
no
wanted to-
problem.
Now, for Carlos, how important was soccer in Brazil?
For me, it was the best thing happened to my life. My daddy, he used to play soccer in Brazil, but it wasn't professional, semi-professional. Back in the day, it was, not too many clubs that they have players as a professional. So my first Christmas present was a soccer ball. So I used to play soccer all day long. And at night, I used to clean the ball, wash the ball, and she slept with me. So how crazy I was, And then I think he came with Leo and all, Leo, Bibengu, and Kaique. It was
Yep.
natural for them.
Now, for Leo, we got our question. What was it like winning the USL Eastern Conference with the Rowdies this season? Angelo was supposed to ask him, but I did by accident.
Yeah, because you're a big Tampa fan, I know.
Yeah.
But
You gotta support.
yeah, I mean, it was an amazing accomplishment in my career. I mean, I'm never gonna forget it. The last time I won something was with New York Cosmos in 2015. So to win another trophy in my career was amazing, especially with the team that we had, and then doing it where we've never won before. We beat Louisville at Louisville. Louisville, I don't know if you guys know, they made the Eastern Conference Finals 5 years in a row. So they were huge. We were huge underdogs going into the game, but we didn't feel like that. We felt like we could definitely beat them. We have a great team with Seba and Lucky. We have so many great players. And we went over there and we scored 4 minutes in the game, and then Seba scored again. We were up 2-0. And then we just, we bunkered down and we got the win. But it's a game I'll never forget in my life. Big win for us, and hopefully we do it again next year.
Of course.
We could see Angelo's fanboy coming out.
I'm gonna ask the next question. All right. So this is for Kaique. What is it like being a youth soccer coach?
Good question. Good question. What's it like? So I'm currently a coach at Sousa Academy, based in Central Islip. But to be honest, it was never the plan to be a coach this early in my life. I'm 26 years old right now. My main plan was I had like a plan A, was to play professional soccer and to see to prove to myself how good of a soccer player I can be and what level I can make it at. But now that I'm a coach, well, actually 2 years ago, I suffered a bad injury, my back injury, and that's been limiting my stuff. I'm not able to play like anymore because the back injury. I'm actually going to get surgery this month on my back, which is long overdue. But since this injury has made me realize like I have more effect. I could have more effect on the game of soccer as a coach, because I can share my experiences, and I'm always sharing my brother's experiences, the kids that I coach, and my dad's experience. I'm sharing it. So it seems like being a youth coach, it's very fulfilling because I can inspire these kids through my experience, through growing up in Long Island, So being a youth soccer coach has been great so far. It's been a blessing,
Gotcha, man.
Oh, that's the next question.
Yeah.
What's up, Pat?
Mhm.
So this one's for Gustavo. What was it like playing your first professional season with Forward Madison?
It was amazing. Even though with COVID, we were on a 3 month, almost 4 month hiatus, without practicing and all that. But it was amazing regardless. Um, the club was amazing. All the players were great. We didn't have the best season that we thought we could because our goal was to win a championship in League One. But regardless, it was fantastic. The coaching staff was amazing. I enjoyed every single bit of it. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Madison is a great place to play in front of. We have a lot of amazing fans. All the fans love their Forward Madison players. So I can't wait to go back next year, and hopefully with COVID on the downside, it's just going to go forward from here.
Of course. Now, for the last question, Gabriel, what are your plans after graduation?
Nothing.
The plans have always been the same. I've always stuck to something, and my goal was always to become a professional soccer player. Even though I'm entering my 5th year now at Stony Brook, and it's not ideal because you usually play in the fall and then try to go pro in winter. But this time I'll be trying to go pro in the summertime. But the plan has always been the same: is to become a professional soccer player wherever it is, overseas in the United States. But the plan is still there. The goal is still there. So it's definitely become a professional soccer player.
What advice would you give to kids aspiring to go pro?
Yeah. The advice that I always give, kids your age and other kids is when I think back to myself is try to play as much as you can every single day. Just because if you love the game, you're gonna want to play every day, and when you're playing every day, you're gonna get better. It's not really right now. You don't think it as a job or anything like that. You just play because you love it, and if you keep playing every day, you're gonna get better. So my advice is play as much as you can, 2-3 times a day, and you'll see your skills skyrocket. Week after week.
From my experience, Leo said everything, almost everything, but I would say that there's a problem with the United States kids, which is it doesn't happen in Brazil or in Argentina. Sometimes they dedicated to too many sports. So sometimes there's I know kids that they playing like 3 or 4 different sports. So you at the end of the day, you're not gonna be good in one. You're gonna divide yourself for so many activities, and this is not gonna be good. So you have to, when you reach a certain age, like 13 or 14, you gotta decide what you want. If you want to play football or soccer or basketball, you gotta dedicate yourself, because you're trying to do everything at the same time. I don't think it works.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, Kaiki, you're our coach, so why don't you go next?
I like to always talk about my experience. I guess if you really want to be a pro, my advice would be really don't compare your journey to someone else's, because me and Gu, we played junior college. We started junior college. That's basically what, 5th division, if you had a whatever. And we knew we wanted to play professional soccer, so we would just every day just train. We knew we were going to get there. But if we were comparing to our friends who were already Division 1, then we would just get down on ourselves, So just make your story great, make your journey great. And yeah, I mean, now that me and Gu played junior college, I got to play professional in Brazil for 2 years for Nacional, which was unbelievable experience. And Gu as well, he's played for Forward Madison. So I guess that would be my advice.
For me, I would say never give up, because before I signed with Madison, I think I went to about five, right? That 5 teams tryouts, something like that, and they all passed on me
5 times.
and I went to 5 tryouts, and they all passed on me, and there was a couple times I was down on myself thinking I couldn't make it, but my dad pulled me aside and he was like, no, you can do it. Just believe in yourself, believe in your skills, just have all this confidence, and it's just never giving up. And then Madison finally took a chance on me, and then I ended up starting the first game of the season. So just never doubting yourself, always believe in yourself, and always give it 100%.
You might just let's finish this. You guys might be a little too young to know Cafu. He won the World Cup in 2002. He beat Gustavo. He went in 6 tryouts, 6. Everybody said, no, you're not good. You're too skinny.
Yeah.
And he was one of the best right back in the world. And he won. He won every single trophy in the world. He won. That guy won. So he proved. Sometimes you cannot think that you can't make it. You just have to
keep believing in yourself.
Trust in yourself, exactly.
Yep. Now, Gabriel.
Yeah, the thing that I love the most that my college coach always said to me is your approach on whatever you do. If you're gonna do something, do it the right way. And if you go to practice, have the right approach to get better and work hard every day. Because if you don't, you're getting nothing out of it. You're just wasting your time. So if you go to practice and work hard every day, something eventually will come out of it. You work hard, you'll get the good results. So he told me that, and that has always stuck with me because I love the motto. I love sticking by it. So just your approach, how you approach things, and how you handle yourself is just what I love about like what I've learned. So I always thank him for that, and yeah, just the approach of the way you approach things.
Of course. Now, last question. This is the actual last question. What made you guys start the Fernandez Soccer School or Fernandez Soccer Training?
Kaiki.
That's Kaiki. That's all Kaiki right there.
Kaiki, yeah.
It happened really naturally, because I learned from my dad, like he was always helping other people, with just helping people with soccer and everything. So I thought it was just my responsibility, just help the kids in Long Island and have like, what do you mean? Like show the kids that our experience, So I want to have organize a little something where kids can come to us and we can share our experiences, give knowledge that we know. And that's where it really came naturally. And we're really building on this. We want to do more. We always want to do more. We want to do clinics this winter, but fortunately it didn't happen. But me and my dad, we want to plan something big for this summer,
And hopefully I'll be there.
What do you think, Dad?
No, I think that the way we're doing our school is the best way to teach a kid playing soccer is the simple way. Sometimes you go in soccer clubs that you see in a soccer field, 100,000 cones, 12,000 flags, all those equipments. This is not gonna make you a better soccer player, So simple is better. That's the way they learn. When I start training them, they won't have a couple of soccer balls, not even 5 balls we have. That was enough to make them a very good soccer players. So simple in soccer is the best thing to do. Why? Because you have 11 players each side and just 1 ball, So that's the way I grew up. Sometimes you go for this the practice that I have when I was young, like 10, 11 years old, is you go around the field like 3 or 4 times and then scrimmage, play soccer, for 40 minutes, 1 hour. That's it.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Anybody else say anything? All right. Angelo, any extra questions?
I think that's it.
All right. You guys have any questions for us quickly? Anything?
Yeah, I got one. What made you guys start a podcast?
That's a great question.
Well, if you'd like to answer
I have
that.
to answer this.
Well, I came up with the name.
Yeah,
I do everything, okay?
I knew. Okay. So me and Frankie, we have a love for the sport, and we just like to talk with our friends all the time about. So we said, hey, let's start a podcast, and then we invited Vincent and Nicholas involved, and then that's when it like all started. And then Frankie came up with the name Ref.
Yeah, so I don't know if we've expressed it enough. The actual name for the podcast, because every time we say ref, they're like, well, what's ref stand for? Regular everyday football. Thank you for like finally, because we've had like 10 different people from Instagram and YouTube and all kinds of stuff asking us what ref actually stands for. And even Chris told us like 2 weeks ago to start saying it the full name instead of just using the abbreviation. So yeah, that's it. We're gonna start referring to it more so as regular everyday football instead of ref. But yeah, that was the name, and that's how we came up with it. And honestly, we've been thinking about doing like some sort of YouTube channel, some sort of podcast, something soccer related for almost a year and a half now.
Yeah.
And I want to say the real reason that it started was probably when Angel's team went to the first Cosmos game in 2015. I think that was when we really started to think more about watching soccer games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we used to watch almost every Sunday with our grandfather. His favorite player, Messi, obviously. And yeah, it was really fun at those times.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I mean, it could, if you guys keep doing it, I mean, it can only get better and better each week. And the more more things you put out, I think it could only get bigger. And I've seen it in the media, social media, and I'm definitely, every time I see it around, I definitely watch it, and I'll definitely make sure that like all my teammates are watching, and so it could, it could spread around, and you never know, you might be YouTubers or famous podcasters one day.
Yep.
Are you
Happens all
guys
the
on
time.
Instagram?
Chris, you'll finally get paid.
Hey. You guys on Instagram?
Yeah, Angelo.
What is
Instagram.
it?
We'll do that at the end of the podcast. So this has been a Ref podcast. We've done a quick interview with the Fernandez family. If you guys just want to say anything quickly before we end off.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Obviously, thank you guys for coming on.
no problem.
Chris, thank you for bringing the lights. Actually, Chris just got
Thank
us
you.
lighting, because if you haven't noticed in our other podcast, guys, that the lighting is like really dark. Like, Chris, turn the lights the other way and show the difference. That's the difference.
Yeah, it's more better with the lights on.
The lights, he made
Yeah.
a big deal about it. Obviously, Chris being the photographer and stuff like that. So yeah. But it's been another episode of the Ref Podcast. We'll see you guys next week, hopefully with more Arsenal info and maybe Julian Brandt signing.
Oh my
But yeah,
God.
that's it. We'll see you guys next week.
Guys, thank you.
Real fellas, thank you.